Cast your worries on me. That's what it says. Cast your burdens on me. Feels like you're carrying all the weight on your shoulder. It's so hard you can't take it any longer. Even when your loved ones are distant, cast your worries on me. Cast your burdens on me. Like the sun to a flower, like the child to a mother. It's just a glimpse of the love that you give, that you give. Love I can't explain, in you I get a friend. I can lay it on you. Cast my worries on you. I can cast all my worries on you, on you, on you. I can lay it on you.
Growing up, we loved, I don't know about kids today, but one of the shows we loved watching was wrestling, and it used to come every Tuesday night. So guys would watch it on Tuesday, and on Wednesday it would shape the conversations for like half the day in school. Like, who did the Undertaker fight? There was a guy called Bret Hart. The Rock back then was still a fighter. And it was so cool. But I remember my favorite part about wrestling was when like people would come in with like in pairs to fight in pairs, and they'd be paired up, facing this other pair. I can't remember the names. I'm not gonna try and put any name here. I just will massacre someone's show. But the thing is, like, sometimes there will be a guy fighting inside. These two guys are fighting, and then one guy is just seriously being clobbered. History of the partner outside of the ring would be like, we knew, like, if this guy comes in, he can beat the guy who's clobbering this other partner's person. You get what I'm saying? It's all mixed up. But the guy would just be there humiliating jabs and hits and kicks and and you're like, in your mind, you're like, why aren't you just tapping in your partner? Like, all of you watching there with your brothers and sisters, you're like, just tap him in, bana. Tap in the Undertaker or Bret Hart or any one of these guys who are like real great, amazing champions. But the guy would just be there bearing it all and being beaten and nearly being counted for. They used to hit like 3 times. I remember 1, 2, 3. Guys just bearing it all. And that picture comes to mind a lot of times because I am reminded of the many times when I'm just getting a beating from life. I have God here who says, I can handle all these things for you. And I'm just like, I'm going to carry my burdens, my anxieties, my baggage with me. And sometimes I feel like God is like this great, amazing, big partner standing outside of the ring, waiting for you and I to tag him in prayer. Call him in, ask him to carry our burdens. I love the song that Lujang has sung because that's exactly what it reminds us, to take our burdens and cast them to Christ. Take my burdens, take my baggage, take my anxieties and bring them to Christ. I love what 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7 in the Passion Translation says. It says, pour out your worries and stress upon him and leave them there, for he always tenderly cares for you. Pour out all your worries and stress upon him and leave them there, for he always tenderly cares for you. 3 steps. Pour out your worries and your stress to God. Like, what is worrying you? What is stressing you out today? Have a conversation about it with God. Call him in. Whatever is causing you to feel anxious, call him in. But there's a second thing. Leave them there. I wonder how many of us take, like, normally our anxieties to God. We leave all of them. Like, we tell God today, this is what is making me anxious. This is what is in my heart. And then we pick them up again the next day. But this verse is telling you to leave them there. Whatever it is that is pushing you, Maybe you're praying for a job. Maybe your job is not going so great. Maybe you have an interview that is making you anxious. Maybe you have a relationship that is keeping you on the edge. Maybe you have thoughts about the future and the uncertainty that is coming that is just, frustrating. How are things going to turn out? It says, pour your worries and stress upon him. Leave them there. Stop going to check up on them. Stop going to fufua them. Stop going to, constantly going back and back on them. Just leave them at God's feet and he will sort them out. Hey, it would be such a waste for us to know how great God is, for us to sing of how great God is, for us to shout on how great God is, and never to allow God to check into the situations and circumstances that we carry in life today. You have a great partner. Just tag him in and let him handle what you are unable to. God bless you.